What's up, everyone? It's time once again for a weekly watch list. What this is, the exact zones I'm watching for the upcoming week and how I'm going to trade them. So let's just get right into this. I want to start off by saying this is a short week. I'm recording this on a Monday. Futures are open. Stock market is closed. So I'm going to start with the futures since they're open currently. Start with NQ. So you can see we've developed some supply here. Basically looking for, it looks like we could reject right now, but ideally we break above and we look for that retest for a possible long entry whenever that happens. As far as bounces go, we'll talk about this zone just in a second, but as far as bounces go, look at this. We have a clear demand here. I want to see us push down into it. Just because we touch, remember, that doesn't mean we're going to bounce. We're going to be patient, wait on confirmation. But this is the area I'm looking for a possible long entry. Or if you just trade options, you can trade QQQ calls based off this zone. So break above, retest for long entry. The only reject I have today is way up here. I'm not sure when we'll get there, but if we get there this week, I will be watching this for a possible reject. If we break above this zone, it will be invalid though. So possible reject zone starts around this 22,427. Going to be watching that closely throughout the week. Up next, ES. I didn't put no zone here. Looks as though we're trying to break out of it right now. We're about to push to the top of it, so I'm not looking to reject. I do have a possible reject zone starting at 6153.25 here on ES. I'm going to watch. If we break above it, same as that NQ zone we talked about, it will be invalid, okay? So possible reject there. And honestly, I don't have nothing for a long ways. So actually, I wanted to put a zone in here. I kind of forgot. So I'm going to go ahead and do that while I'm thinking about it. Okay, that's better. So that's the closest bounce area I have. Still a long ways off. I'm not sure when we'll see it, but if we do, I will be watching this for a possible bounce. Starting around this 6024 area for a possible bounce. For longs and for ES, remember everyone, you can trade SPY options or SPX options, whichever one you prefer. I do know that SPX has better tax advantages over SPY, but they are more costly. So here is ticker SPY SPY. Keep in mind, futures are open and the stock market is not, okay? So, if we open above this once the market opens, I will be looking for the retest. Same thing we talked about on ES earlier, right? I want to see maybe if we open up, we come back, retest this area, look for a possible long entry once we close above with the proper confirmation. Going to be watching that closely. And I do like this 600 area for a possible bounce again. We'll have to see when we get down there. I'm going to be watching it closely. We have felt it in the past pretty hard. Works better for rejects at this level. It's a nice area of confluence, but we've had times where we've just powered through it enough to trigger a stop loss. Going to keep it on watch. I would say lower probability because you can see the price action we've had in the area. The only area I like for a bounce, which it may be a long time before we see it, or we could see it this week, who knows. But anyways, 591.5 is where the zone starts. Going to be watching that. If we do pull back, watching that very closely for a bounce. I really like that level on SPY. Up next, ticker QQQ. I only have one zone I'm going to watch here that's even close. Same setup we've talked about across the board. Honestly, we have this supply right here. If we open above it, once the market opens, we'll look for the retest of this area for NQ longs or QQQ calls. Going to be watching that closely. I really like the setups this week. It's a short week, which typically, lower volume, harder to trade for me. But the setups, either I hope we don't move much this week, or, we respect technicals because the setups are there. So I'm going to be trading all 4 days with you all live here on YouTube. So be sure you tune in for that. Starting tomorrow at market open, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. That's all I have for the watch list this week. I typically give SPX levels, but I'm not real confident in the levels right now. We've kind of been chopping a lot, okay? So I'm going to hold off. I want to see us get out of this range. I will give you some updated levels there. They've been the same for a while now, so hopefully you all have them still up, the ones that have been getting respected. If you have any questions about this, or anything in general, the best place to reach me is on my Instagram. You can find all my socials at grizzlytrades.com, okay? Anything I have to offer is there. Reach out to me, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And I just want to say this. I really appreciate you all for, watching these videos, all the support you show. We have a really good thing going together, especially the YouTube lives. We have been crushing it on there. We had I traded 4 days live last week, I believe, and we had 4 winning trades. So, perfect week. I'll take as many of them as I can get in 2025. I don't know about you all, but anyways, appreciate you all for watching, and I'll see you during the live. Peace.